Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
A fascist. He did call Trump a fascist, and Trump called him a card-carrying commie. 30 minutes later, a socialist is standing in the middle of the Oval Office thanking Donald Trump, and Trump's defending him to reporters. I've spent 25 years studying power dynamics. These are the same dynamics that you're going to see in this video that determine if people talk over you or not, or if people respect you or make fun of you behind your back. I'm going to break down 3 moves hidden in this footage and show you exactly how you can use them. Mamdani is New York's newly elected mayor, a Democratic socialist, self-proclaimed, who spent his whole campaign calling Don Trump dangerous. Now Trump's back in the White House, and Mamdani needs that federal money. Trump controls the tap. The cameras are rolling, and reporters do what reporters always do. What? They go straight for the most polarizing question they can find.
Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay. You can just say yes. Okay. Yeah. It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
When Trump cut in and said, that's okay, you can just say yes, it's easier, I don't mind, he's giving permission to be insulted. That's what strips the insult of its power completely. If you're secure, you can invite the attack, but if you're not, what happens? You get defensive, you fight back. Trump's secure enough that he's not wasting time. Neither of them need to appease these reporters. And notice how he says it. He's completely relaxed. He's almost amused. The delivery, the way that he says it, is almost half of the reason why it works. If you've ever wanted a more powerful voice, learn how to speak with a voice that gets the same kind of respect as Trump, I'll put a link to a video on that below. The same thing happens when a CEO gets criticized in a boardroom. Chuckle first, you control the tension. If you snap back immediately, you react, you show an emotional reaction, you've already lost. And Mamdani, he doesn't take the bait either, right? A lot of people there would have jumped in, even with Trump saying, hey, you don't have to answer that, and said, no, what I meant was this, and try to justify their position. He doesn't do that. He just thanks Trump and moves straight on. You can't do any better than just shutting your mouth and saying thank you. But how did they get this friendly? In this moment, you can see they're already quite chummed up. It actually started earlier in this meeting. Let's go back to it.
You know, we have a great portrait of FDR that I found in the vaults that was missing for years. I found it, and I put it up. He's a Democrat, to the best of my knowledge. He's a Democrat. And when the mayor saw that portrait, he said, sir, do you mind if I have a picture taken by that portrait? It's an amazing portrait. I hope the picture comes out good.
So some backstory, Trump found this portrait of FDR. He thought it was cool, had it brought up. He's clearly proud of it, wanted to show it to Mamdani. So what would have most politicians done? Oh, cool, thank you. What does Mamdani do? Walks up and asks for a photo with it. How does Trump respond? He lights up. He just turned Trump's flex into kind of a bonding moment. Now, some people would call this sucking up. He's sucking up to Trump. He's only doing that because he wants to make Trump look good. It's not. What this is acknowledging the effort that someone went to do something nice for you. Even if you are exaggerating your appreciation a little more than you're actually feeling, that's fine. Just imagine that you're just saying thank you. That exaggerative emotion is just saying thank you. I appreciate it. And if you think it's placating, that's fine. You can stick your head in the sand, pretend the world is the way that you want it to be instead of how it actually is. There's a reason Mamdani went from polling at 1% to being mayor of New York City. His social skills got him there. And that's how he got this room set up before that kind of trap question came from the reporters. He was already in Trump's good graces, and what happened? Well, surprise, surprise, Trump stood up for him, and that is how things work in the real world. And then Trump turns to the cameras.
I watched. I said, who is this guy? He was at 1, then he was at 3, then he was at 5, then he was at 9. Then he went up to 17. I said, let's get a little bit interesting, right? And then all of a sudden he wins a primary that nobody expected he was going to win. It's a great... We agree on a lot more than I would have thought. I think he is going to surprise some conservative people, actually.
Now, a lot of people on Twitter watch this, and they say that they just watched Mamdani hand over his entire brand. By letting Trump endorse him in front of the whole country, it looks like capitulation. That's just surface level. This is a transaction. he knows that he needs to be in Trump's good graces. And let me tell you something. I don't think many people are going to talk about this. I think there's a chance they actually like each other. They're both very good socially. They both actually came from wealthy. My understanding is he came from a wealthy background. He runs in elite circles, even though he brands himself as socialist. I know his stances are socialist, but I think Trump actually likes him. Reading between, looking at the body language, I think they might actually like each other. And Mamdani knows his voters will tolerate this because the alternative is what? If Trump doesn't like him, Trump kicks him out of the White House, they're going to have to fight tooth and nail for every bit of funding from the White House. So the internet sees it as he got humiliated, but I don't think so. Yes, Trump came out. Trump said things that he kind of just had to take. He knew that Trump has the power. Trump has all of the leverage. But by him coming in and showing that he's willing to play the political game and truly come across in a way that I think Trump likes this guy, what a huge win. I mean, can you imagine a week ago seeing the way that Trump was talking about this guy, that he would come in and actually spin it around, successfully navigate the waters that like he's done? Very surprising to me. And it also tells me, and I don't mean to read too much between the lines, but I'm guessing behind the scenes, Trump said that they actually align and agree on more things than he thought. Makes me kind of wonder what his real policies are. When you run, you obviously have to be very polarized and be all on the party lines and this and this. I wonder what's going on behind the scenes. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to speculate on that, but I bet it could be a little more gray area than what those hard party lines are that he ran on. So now you know how to get someone who controls your future, like Trump, to defend you instead of destroy you in front of the whole world. Like, what a stage. But the next problem is the flip side. Let's say you're the one in power and someone hands you an easy shot at your rival, right? You take it, you end up looking small, but if you pass on it, you look soft. I want to show you this next video. I'll put it up here where Trump does this to Elon. When there was a big beef between the two, they didn't like it. Look what Trump does when he's handed a layup by the press. I'll talk to you there.